We now have a bunch more skills we can do because we both did and used those skills. This is just telling us we can check the personal information. This is just telling us about the mind shadow. And that's the thing that says, well, your friends will determine your ending, which is really not. So recommendations down here is a good thing to check. What it says is your strong subject means you can leave that for a bit. You don't need much more on that. Your weak subject means you need to focus on that immediately. And it just gives you some suggestions for the rest of them. Generally, it is really easy to tell what is in a shared tree because all of the Chinese stuff will have this book icon. All math will have this icon. All, what is it? Liberal arts will have that icon. All art will have the painting. The only ones that are really weird are the early baby ones because they have all different ones. So let's go ahead and learn ballet. We do have another request. I'm going to be kind of saving the requests to get better stuff. And there is something especially I want near the end of the game that is really broken. So let's see, we don't have any painting, but we need help. We need to get some math according to the recommendations. So let's see if I can find some IQ. Yeah, chain fragments cost 20 action, but they will pick up every one of the fragment that is currently visible. They're not really good unless you have a lot of the board uncovered. Then they're fantastic. Also, it's really, really easy to misclick in this game. Because you actually have to pause for a second when your cursor's over something for the game to pick it up. Like, to watch this, so if I have 20 action, my imagination is now 348. Pick up all of those and it goes to 384. Really good when a lot's uncovered, not worth much of anything when it's not. I get one imagination per turn. I'm gonna pick up geography because that will be important for later. So, choice! Your parents aren't home, but they prepared food for you before they left. However, there's nothing tasty, so you decide to... Let's call a friend, see what happens. Your friend brought a few tasty dishes with them, and you feel as if you made the right choice. Why am I being left at home at 5 years old? Well, we got EQ and charm for that, so that's good. Also, this will happen even if you're not actually enrolled in painting class. I don't know. I guess the idea is that you're always enrolled in painting class and you're just... even if you're not using it. Yeah, I thought that was at first! I had to reread it a couple times to realize it meant make do with dinner. This game's actually better translated than a lot. Princess Maker. But it's still got some rough spots. This should be doable. Let's see. Do I have stuff that raises EQ? Yeah, this should be doable. So I'm gonna get rid of baby yoga and put in a second pinion. We now have other stuff we can do. Spring outing and playing house. Which, not bad. Playing house is pretty good for the constitution boost, but we, yeah, I'll go ahead and just show those, we already had spring outing. Why did I think that was new? Playhouse was new. Children's Day. Dad takes you to an amusement park, but he seems to be enjoying it more than you. Aw, Dad. I don't want to. You don't want to go to kindergarten because you can't choose what to do there. Grandma and Grandpa are amused. Dad's adorable. Sponsorship. The rich parents give 100,000 Chinese dollars. What is that even called? I don't want to keep calling it Chinese dollars. Your dad gives a plastic flower. It's the thought that counts. We're only getting like 20 bucks a month. Oh, yuans. Okay. I thought you were talking about something else for that. Or, how do you say that? Yuans? Something like that? Also, we're apparently really poor, so, And And this means we've maxed out satisfaction. So, like I said, our mind shadow goes down, we get an action boost, and we get a request, which, again, I will not be using yet. And here's Playhouse. You happily play house with the other children in the community. I'd believe it. So we can now learn phonetics, moral education, and eurythmics. So let's see. Should we keep trying to go down the dancing route and focus on eurythmics? I'm gonna get math for anything else regardless, but... Ah, these are really good. So when you absorb an insight fragment, which is 18, it shows the entire map. And you can use the chain fragments when you're there, but I generally prefer not to unless I need to burn energy anyway. It will actually not trigger the go up fragment, which is really nice. And getting it one immediately is fantastic. I find the Eureka fragments are always worth triggering before you move up. Because they just get you so much for only slightly more. Let's see. Just go and pick that one up for our last one. So we need math. So let's get math. I guess study? You throw a tantrum because mom didn't hold you, but she still ignores you. You howl until you're tired, whereupon she teaches you not to be so willful. You understand what your mom is trying to say. You try not to throw tantrums anymore. Hey, we made it to the Key Elementary School. Look at that. We got a bunch of boosts for that. And also some more action. Which I'm going to immediately spend on some knowledge points. So what's our score? Aww. Oh, this image is adorable. We'll go ahead and pick up moral education. So what do we actually got? It looks like we've got one in everything so far. Except English, which we are going to need. We are going to need to know that. If you ever doubted if we need to know that, yes. Yes, we will. The one thing is that once you learn a higher upgrade of it, though, you can ignore the lowers. Because it's better to go with the stronger classes, even if you don't have the traits for something yet. The children and teachers are taking a group photo together. Mom says it's your last day. Dad says they picked you up near a trash can, and Mom says you fell down from heaven. Oh, poor baby! Dad! Why you gotta be a jerk? And once again, we maxed out satisfaction. Which is really easy to do early on. It gets harder as we go. Hey, we got a trait from that. We can now learn algebra, natural knowledge, history knowledge, and communication. What do we get? So these were rare traits. Which are not bad. They're a lot better than non-rare traits are, but they're not the best. Let's see. If we're gonna go dancing, we're gonna need a lot more memory and constitution, so let me see if I can start raising that up. Can afford... Let's get a memory boost there. And let's grab phonetics first. And this is... interesting. Basically, you just pick a trait and hope that it wins, because even if it's a great trait, there's no guarantee you'll win. Because, like I said, you don't have a control over what traits you earn, and they give you a very, very vague theme. It's best to pick the rarest trait you have that comes as close as you can to matching the thing. But it's basically random as far as I can tell. I'm sure there's something to it, but considering the fact that there's no guarantee you will ever learn traits, yeah. So there's 2 winners. The greatest potential gets a reward, and the grand prize winner gets a reward. We did not even place, so we get nothing. We also lose nothing, but we gain nothing. We now have an electric piano. So we'll go ahead and put that in. Don't really have anything else we need. Also, just so you know, is you never actually have to use the skill you learn. Using it only raises your stats. Just learning it at all, you are considered to have mastered it. Which helps a lot. So we are now, elementary schooler. We are whining to our mom that we don't want to go to elementary school. And apparently people are pointing and laughing at a 6-year-old child for not wanting to go to elementary school. What's wrong with people? That is so rude. We got the painting trait. I think that's a good one. Goodbye, kindergarten. The children and the teachers are taking group photo together. Wait, didn't we already have this? Bicycle diplomacy. A kid who just learned to cycle gets very popular all of a sudden as he lends his bike to everyone. Aww. You try your mom's lipstick when she's not nearby, but you don't like how it looks on you. Oh, a child. Child, no. Also, moral education drops your IQ for some reason. Like, not even moral education, everything in the liberal arts line drops your IQ. And I don't know if that's a commentary on something or not. So now every turn we will get the amount of pocket money determined by our father's job. And like I said, or I should say, the played parent's job. You can also work for stuff, which is not really worth the time. It might be later if you have better stats, but right now it is absolutely not worth our time to work. Which might also be commentary, but God only knows. Let's see. Also, I hate things like this because you have to click that to reveal any of the lower section. So you have to basically, in that case, you would basically have to pay a little extra to get a trait. And yeah, sometimes mind maps do not actually have a way up. Like we can see, they don't now. So we will just take advantage of being able to see anything and pick up a bunch of stuff. So we can now pick up eurythmics. And let's go ahead and pick up natural knowledge as well. And communication while we're at it. Like I said, just having the trait is enough for the game to consider you having mastered it. Which now will actually matter because we now have exams. And it checks how many skills we have learned in every subject to determine how well we do. As you can probably guess, our parents will yell at us if we don't do good. We've thankfully mastered Ordinary, and we will probably master Mood next time. And the rest we just kind of have to balance. Chinese, mathematics, English, arts, and science are the one that I know of that are actually on the exams, but there might be others that I do not remember. So let's see if we can actually, win a bragging contest for Mom now that we have more than 2 traits. Oh, so this guy just looks like an asshole. I don't think that's true, Mom. You do not look old enough to have a child. You look like you are maybe 14. So apparently the painting one was not very good, which that's unfortunate. That's not a good thing, Mom. So even if you only win by a hair, it says something like this, and you get the bonus. I don't know if winning better gets you more face, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. So let's see here. Let's learn some math. Let's not be stupid with numbers. Yeah, apparently! Yeah, the poor kid behind us looks kind of half dead. You alright there, kiddo? So should we stick with this? Should we stick with practicing Chinese, painting, and math? Or should I replace painting or Chinese with English? Yeah, Mom needs to learn not to feed the trolls. I love you, Mom, but no. Stop. Let's replace Chinese with English. Yeah. I think there's more dancing stuff we can learn. But I'm gonna go ahead and briefly drop painting to show off your Eurythmics at least. Because it's adorable. Look at that. We are gorgeous. First day at elementary school. It's the first day at elementary school and you carry your new school bag with pride. Crying about lines. You don't understand why the class has to walk in the classroom in an orderly line. So now that we bottom out our stress, we gained a trait. Rather than being like a trait like we get from skills, it's sort of a mental trait. I don't really know how to explain it. You and a classmate buy plastic jewelry during the spring outing, but Dad doesn't like it. Oh hey, we can learn more stuff. Yeah, as it tells you here, your score is determined entirely by what skills you know. Yeah, this is kind of a mental status thing. Basically, everyone you learn will layer on top of it, so you can get a character who like self-reliant, brave, compassionate, and all kinds of things. It's kind of hilarious. Let's see. So really, Eurythmics is the last one, unfortunately. I think there is a dancer career, but I'm not sure how to unlock it. Let's hit that. We don't actually need to hit that at all because the way up is right there. Oh yeah, it was right there. We've got a ton of energy. Look at this. We can basically get that for free. And get a bunch of imagination while we're at it. Good lord. Let's go ahead and grab that then, since we need Since we do need the memory if we're going to... I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna try to grab a bunch of knowledge and whatever else seems like it might be useful later on. Just like real life. One of the things I like about the game but makes it kind of stressful is that a lot more stuff opens up the older you get, which... logical. But unless you've memorized all of them, it can make it really hard to remember what stat you need to try to raise. So let's get that. What do we actually have? We have... Okay, so liberal arts can be briefly ignored. We need to get stuff from everything else. Let's get science. Let's go and get doodling since we are going to be an art child, at least for now. Also, this will pop up later as you can do difficult face challenges, which guess what? We're generation 1, that's not happening. Yeah, this is the work stuff. Like I said, it's not worth it at all. Anti-cheating. You have to learn basic math to not be cheated by when you're going to buy things. They just wanted us to learn math. We learned math, so they're happy now. And I pick up physical education. I don't really like going down the physical education line because it gives you a bunch of cutscenes that are the same every time for every character, but it gives good constitution boosts. We don't want to be a sickly child, now do we? So yeah, this is telling you that it's unlocking the more difficult face challenges. Which, we have like 2 rare traits, everything else common. We're not gonna be able to do jack about that. So we're not even gonna try. You need at least like 5 or 6 epic at minimum skills. So we want everything we can. Let's see how we do on the test. Chinese, max marks. Math, low marks. English, low marks. Science, max marks. Art, max marks. So we need to focus on learning math and English for a bit. Oh. What? What is a neat, Mom? If you get, I think, a C or a B, your face doesn't change. If you get an A, you get an increase. If you get a D or lower, your face drops. So yeah, math and English we need to try to do things for. That's cold, Mom! So let's clear this out and see. So we can now do cartoons and rubber band skipping. I don't really get rubber band skipping. It's really good for dropping stress, but it also drops your constitution, which is not good. So I tend to stick to the 5 ones more. Are we STEM? Are we STEM or are we still gonna go into art? What should I be focusing on here? Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go 3 doodling. I'll do 1 rubber band skipping because I find it cute if confusing. And then we're gonna stick with cartoons for a while. Deskmate's parents. Your deskmate's parents tell your parents to not let you interrupt their child's studying. Excuse you! STEM. So that would be math and science focused, I believe, right? Which means you're probably gonna need we're gonna need IQ. A lot of IQ. Dividing boundary. You draw a clear dividing boundary with your deskmate and no one is allowed to cross it. Wait, by deskmate they literally mean sharing desks? Is that a thing China does? I didn't realize they did that. I've never seen anywhere do that. School legends. A few good friends talk about school legends, but you get scared and can't sleep for a month. Whoops! Look at those little doodles. But what is rubber band skipping? What is this? You play rubber band skipping with a few girls. The guys, however, don't understand the fun. Doodling. Cartoons! Doodling. Cartoons. Thankfully we get more constitution than we lose on that. So ancient poetry, physics knowledge, art appreciation, and long distance run. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, Art, but you are no longer our, you are no longer our destiny. Our destiny is math and science. So let's go deal with these first. It's really a good idea to deal with these second, now that I think about it, because I think some of these can give you energy as well, but you can't back out once you actually go in. She tells everyone to bring their own food for tomorrow's spring outing. You decide to have mom. Your classmates commend your parents on the cooking. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. Alright, if we're going to STEM, we need to be a smart child. None of this imagination stuff. We need a hard knowledge. Other children will weep at our feet. For they will be stupid while we are the smart ones. I'm just gonna grab some more knowledge. So, algebra. Physics knowledge. What? Dad, Dad, I'm pretty sure there are still apple trees. And this is a character you only meet if you get into art. We will not really be talking to her much, because we're not going to be following art. But every time you learn a new level in art, you will get another scene with her. There is also one for physical education, which is this. That is Harold Sue, and he looks like he is 25 years old. Which is awkward, to say the least. There's nothing else we can do, so... Get out of here. Painting. Who needs painting? We need to be smart. Hey, we got the trait. Aspiring physicist. Mutual hurt. You hear that a girl is talking about you behind your back, so you do the same to her. Blood color. Mom says to care for your scarf, it's colored red by the fresh blood of revolutionary martyrs. Okay. Cheers. Some of the boys say that XXX likes you, but you don't know. And that somehow increased our emotion and charm. Why does it specifically note that boys don't seem to understand it? That just sounds like something you would do with every gender. Oh boy. Absorb all of that. Absorb all of those. And the rest I'm just gonna burn in knowledge. Probably should have gotten the Eureka fragment, but I saw it too late. How is it looking? English is low. Ooh, want to be STEM. We don't need no English for STEM. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. And we now have this new one, so that's better. We got entertainment, which is this, but it barely drops your stress, so I don't really see a point to it. Let's take a look at it. You misbehave and the teacher gives you detention. Mom has to wait for you outside school. Faking signatures. Your exam results are bad and the teacher needs your parents' signature. You simply fake them. I don't think we should be doing that. Why did that drop our constitution? And we bottomed out our stress, so we got another thing. I don't get this. Yeah, Mom, you okay? That teacher definitely had man boobs, though.